live. It is Sunday, December 5th. It's 2 minutes after 7 p.m. and outside it is 2 degrees Celsius and it is snowing right now. We've got a combination of snow and rain going on, and I was kind of debating holding off on the stream and running out and trying to squeeze in a video, but that would probably require getting on the TTC and getting out of this area, seeing as earlier today we had a bit of a snowfall and I ran out and got a snow video. So I was going to go to Kensington Market and just kind of do a Sunday afternoon video there, but when the snow came, I decided to screw that idea and I went out and I got that video done. And that is me all day. I did that and I watched fantasy football, and now we're going to have a beer. And by the way, this stream is brought to you by the barking dog above me. It's above me and 2 units over. And this thing barks like 6-7 hours a day non-stop. And I'm sure it's a great dog, but terrible, terrible owners who are committing animal abuse. And I've actually been up to that apartment and seen notices from the building that had the word evicted, or I guess it was an empty threat. They have to send out notices, but so many people have complained about these idiots, and I think the building is taking them to the housing tribunal to get them out of here, because really we should be calling animal services, right? Like, that's animal abuse. If you have a dog that's barking 6-7 hours non-stop, you're definitely doing something wrong. And I'm not going to point the finger at the dog. I'm always going to point the finger at the idiots looking after the dog. So I apologize for the barking dog. I don't know if you can hear it, but my sympathies are with the dog. And yeah, I'm one of these it's never the dog's fault kind of people. So yeah, poor dog. It deserves people that actually take care of it. And if it's got issues, it should be in a home where people are going to be responsive to that. So yeah, there we go. And don't think I hate dogs, because dogs get excited. Dogs bark. It's part of having a dog. It's part of living in a building with dogs. It's all good if my neighbor's dog barks for a few minutes because it's excited, or even for 20 minutes. Like, it's an animal. That's what it does. But when it's like hours and hours and hours non-stop, something is very wrong. So I'm apologizing in advance. I don't know how well you can hear the dog barking, but yeah, I'm just explaining why there's a dog barking in the background. And I'm going to have... Oh, you know what? I have my chroma key on. Let's turn that off, because this can has green in it. And I don't have the green screen up. So my camera just tried to carve out the green. But this is a Bench Session IPA. And it is 4.5% alcohol. You can definitely hear the dog barking right now. So let's see. The Real Man, Tara, Bevy, Fans Buses Gaming, Yogi, Alex, Ian, Lisa, the Ottawa Wanderer is here. Nick Akado's here. Darius, and everybody else. Ian can hear the dog barking. Great. So you guys know my misery. And when I wake up in the morning, this thing is barking. And then it's 5-6 p.m. and it's still barking like this. So anyways, I've said enough about that. You know what I'm like with audio. I hate hiccups in the audio. Any type of unnecessary noise drives me bananas. And here I am. But what can I do? It's Sunday night. We always do this on Sunday nights. Shrek and his friends is here. A medic's mind. That poor pup. That's sad. Very sad indeed. Lisa says, good evening, pals. Tara says, that poor dog. What kind of breed? I don't know. I don't even know what the owners look like. Other than putting some passive-aggressive notes on the door telling them to F off, I don't know what else I can do. The problem is other people already do that. So I guess you're just pouring it on at that point. So let's get on with the beer, and we'll get on with the show. Vivian Johnson is here. She says, good evening, Johnny and all here. Jeanette has had to sympathize with this problem. And, you know, I love living in a pet-friendly building. This is the first time anything like that has actually got under my skin. But, oh well. So if I seem a bit irritated or agitated, I'm hoping that This beer will take the edge off, which we can now see the color green. If I turn my chroma filter on, green disappears, but everything else stays there. Oh, you can see the Christmas tree in the background. Green is on, green is off. And you might notice I have some fabulous Christmas lights. Look at that. And if Susan, I think Susan said she couldn't be here because she has to work, but the Peanuts Christmas tree is back. And I put a lot of effort into these Christmas lights. I don't know if you can see, but there's some black tape right there holding them up. And that is that. I don't really care about getting into the holiday mood and decorating the whole apartment, so there you go. It's decorated for you guys. And I decided not to green screen tonight, so we're just going au naturel. Although, compared to my other videos, I think you'll find, now that I've got this like professional lighting set up, I've got 3 lights kind of beaming down on me, I think you'll notice I look a lot different. I think the lighting should be a lot better. Yogi says, Lowell, love the lights. She's talking about the Christmas lights, not the trio of lights around me. So we're getting to level up our YouTube streaming game when you've got actual proper lights all around you, right? I can make my face cold, I can make it warm, I can make it more natural. Ironic chintzy decorations is goat, says Nikocado. You know, Nikocado, you're not so bad. I mean, probably gonna die soon based on your latest videos, but you're not so bad. Call police, maybe the dog is being abused. Yeah, the police noise complaints, it has to be above a certain decibel level after a certain hour before the police will step in. Otherwise, they're like, I mean, they can't do anything. A medic's mind says, yeah, we get it, you're handsome. Is that your Charlie Brown tree behind me? Right over there, yes it is. Lisa Palmer might get lights for her window, maybe. So, I don't really have a whole lot planned for tonight. I thought, Lisa says I look the same. I'm gonna shoot that down. I can actually switch to my old lighting setup.
The importance.
A medic's mind says, yeah, we get it, you're handsome. There we are now. Is that your Charlie Brown tree behind me? Right over there, yes it is. Lisa Palmer might get lights for her window, maybe. So, I don't really have... It looks similar.
We should be live.
But this is just the lighting from my lamp up. Trust me, it makes a difference. It also lets me use the green screen, so that's the big difference between this. So, like I said, I don't think this will be another long stream. My last one was only about an hour and a half, and there's something I kind of want to get to tonight, and I still have to edit a video and upload it for tomorrow. But the good news is I have 3 videos in the bank, and I'm probably going to go out tomorrow and make a really neat video, and then I'm thinking about live streaming right after that. So look for a live stream tomorrow night on the Strides channel. Probably, weather permitting, if it's... the dog is barking really loud. So if the weather's good, if it's kind of like rainy ice pellets and stuff, I might just give myself the day off from that and catch up. But there's going to be, I think we're going to see a lot more holiday and Christmas themed videos pretty soon. I've scouted out some areas to go and check out the homes. And unfortunately, Toronto is not New York. I was watching a channel by Walking Alice, and she was going through a neighborhood in Brooklyn, and it was mind-blowing how Diker Heights, I don't want Alice to copyright me here, although, look at this house. Look at that house. This whole video is full of homes like this. It is. We have nothing like this in Toronto. So, yeah, I'm kind of jealous. And if you scroll through the video, it's just nonstop amazing home. And this is all in one neighborhood in Brooklyn. Obviously, these are people with some deep pockets to have homes like this in like a good part of Brooklyn. But like the whole video from end to end is just all homes that would be better than our best home by far. So I'm hoping to get out and do some residential Christmas videos. I think Cabbagetown's probably the best candidate we have. I'm going to do Kringlewood again. But man, we have nothing like this here. Like, this is a neighborhood that has gone all out, and I'm kind of envious. Yeah, so if you want to see this, just to give a plug, head over to Walking Alice. Her channel's actually doing really, really well lately, so I'm quite pleased for her. But yeah, that is awesome. I watched this whole video this morning with my jaw on the floor because it is really, really amazing how good that neighborhood is. Jeanette says, I wouldn't want the electricity bill. You know, with these new lights, the electricity is really not that bad. It's nowhere near as bad as it used to be, at least. Lisa says, Americans are extra. We are not. You know, the good part about that is when somebody does go all out here, like that one house that was over by High Park Swansea for Halloween, it is kind of special. Like, when you have just one house like this, it's kind of like, wow. But when every house is like that, I guess, yeah, maybe that's extra, but it's still awesome. There's no other words for it. So, unfortunately, I won't be doing anything like that. And the amazing homes we have are too, few and far between. So, I think Cabbagetown is going to be a good neighborhood. I walked around Riverdale last night because I went out for dinner at a place called Mez's on the Danforth. And again, you would walk by 20, 30 homes and see an okay one, and then a whole lot of nothing, and then a whole lot of homes that have the same inflatable things from Canadian Tire on the lawn, which is cool, but you can only see so many Minions and, inflatable Frosties or Mickey Mouse snowmen before everything looks the same. So that's one of the things that is holding me back from doing that. But I'm going to be... There's one house in Niagara that has its own AM station, and you tune in to the light show. Yes, I'm aware of that, Lisa. And there's a house on Dorchester that just goes ridiculously all out and lights up. I actually put a picture of that on my Instagram before. So yeah, there's going to be some more Christmas stuff because that's the month it is, or I guess holiday stuff. Although Hanukkah's almost over, right? I noticed there's only one candle left to light. Is it just me or is that crazy early? I guess that's just the way that holiday works. Sorry if I'm ignorant, but it is not just Christmas this season. It's also Hanukkah, and these are obviously holidays for everybody. There's a lot of people that aren't religious at all that, do the Christmas thing. So I don't know. We're gonna figure it out and get some more Christmas content. People pull over, turn off their lights with their coffee, and tune in. That could be kind of neat. Windsor has some pretty lights. Yeah, I'm going to do a financial district walk pretty soon because there's a lot of cool stuff there. I did it on a stream, but yeah, and if you look at all the New Yorker pages, it's just Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Action Kid, all Christmas. Right, and if you go to London, Watched Walker. This is an awesome channel too, by the way. London Christmas markets, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Look at those thumbnails. Yet none of the Toronto channels are like this because we just don't have enough stuff to sink our teeth into and fill up, which is a bit of a shame, but I mean, it's a pretty awesome city, all things considered. So yeah, maybe I'm complaining a bit that I'm not going on a Christmas binge as much, but I kind of like sharing these things with you guys and letting you know my process and why I do the things I do. Tip me on Ko-Fi. What is Ko-Fi? It's a new... Buy a refreshing post-walk beverage for the watched walker. Oh, so I guess that's like a PayPal, but it goes directly to him. That's kind of cool. You have a Medic's rendition of It's a Wonderful Life audio coming soon. A Medic's Mind. I saw on Instagram your new book is ready. Is it out? Is it out yet? Is it available for purchase? If so, where's the best place to buy it? Is there a digital-only copy on Amazon or other sources for those that don't want to kill a tree to read a book? I'm happy to relay that information over to our audience. Dundas Square needs to do more to get into the Christmas spirit. They've done nothing this year. I'm kind of surprised. I was thinking about poking back around there, and I messaged Ken, and he said as of yesterday, nothing had gone up yet. So that's kind of disappointing. But I think Dundas Square is kind of the ultimate in tackiness, and their Christmas decorations are also pretty tacky, but kind of cool at the same time. SR Gotts worked to buy the Rockefeller tree in New York City for 10 Christmases. By the second week of your first December at work, you wanted to chop that thing down. I could see it. I could see it. Sorry, I gotta... My fantasy football team is battling for its life right now. And not in a good way. That's why I'm checking it. Max Mind says, not available as of yet. Goes to print on Monday. Your copy will be in the mail as soon as I have hard copies. Medic's Mind, your first book is sitting right behind me. Signed by the author. Have you ever thought of just going into a bookstore and randomly signing a bunch? I don't know. I saw them doing that, and I saw the author doing that on I think it was Mythic Quest, where someone was doing that. Lisa says nothing of note yet on the Young Dundas website either. Yeah, and a lot of BIAs aren't doing a whole lot this year. Which is kind of disappointing. Like, you walk through Parkdale and nothing. You walk through... Roncesvalles did something kind of cool. And I've got a video of their coming up. So they've done something cool on the sidewalk. Not really Christmassy, but it added a really neat splash. The Medic's Mind says that's a slick idea. Yeah, but what if it wasn't you? What if... Right? I don't know. But I've just heard of authors doing that in a TV show. So what is going on in the city of Toronto? As I had nothing planned for today, I'm going to hit the Reddit. We'll go through here. I feel a little tired out of playing videos in the background. I did that on Friday night, where on my main channel, we kind of hung out. Johnny Strides. And I used my new green screen. God, these forced ads are awful, right? Video will play after ads. You can subscribe to YouTube Premium if you want to get rid of these. I've got it muted. But on Friday night, oh yeah, there's an intro. Small, was it just right? Is it better when I disappear? I used my new toy. This thing, which shouldn't work properly because I don't have my lights in the right space. But let's see, will this work? Errol says, love it, turn the video sound down. Oh, there we go. Is it too loud, guys? You can see I've since changed my lighting a bit since then. My face should be a little bit lighter, but... Ooh. I don't know. I kind of wanted to see people rewatch. Okay, so I'm going to stop doing this. but you get the idea.
I know I normally play it pretty quiet, so I
there we go.
But the point of this.
So that's what I did on Friday. So that's why I'm really not into like just playing videos in the back. But the good news is, looking at the metrics from that video, people actually watched that for pretty long. So I don't know. So it ended up only getting 5,600 views. But when people watched it, they stuck around for quite a while. So I think I'm going to do this maybe every 2 weeks or so. And Lisa says I'm a massive nerd. So maybe not all the time, but this is going to be a thing now. And that's going to be one use of the green screen. So at least I didn't waste my money on all this stuff. Or rather, your money, since that's how I get my money, is through this channel, which ultimately comes from the people who support it. So yeah, we're going to be back. We're going to do more of that. I'm going to make some videos. I also had an idea to do... I've got some ideas. So there's going to be more stuff on the way like that. So anyways, that is why we're not sitting here with the video playing in the background on this particular stream. I'm just kind of... We just did that. The Medic's Mind says it's Johnnyception. I just heard a noise go off. And is it still snowing outside? Rain. It says rain and 1 degree. Yoink. Stell says cool. She likes it. So the next morning after the first snowfall of the season. So this picture is pretty old. Emma says, how about games? Not tonight, but we are going to bring them back. We've got a something to do a little later tonight that's going to keep me a bit busy. So I can't extend this forever for games. Black Box says, Friday night was fun. Thank you. There's a really cool picture. Where is this from? We've got the CN Tower to the right. This looks pretty far back. And this is a river. Is that Mimico Creek? No, that couldn't be, because this would be like Humber Bay right here. I am genuinely stumped. Beautiful shot. Where did you take this from? West side of High Park. You can see Grenadier Pond. Oh, that makes sense. So this is from the west side of High Park, and this is Grenadier Pond, and this is how it kind of runs up. Ah, the skyline looks really far away, so they're not using any kind of zoom or anything here. But that's a gorgeous pic. Silver CS really likes the night walks. You watch those multiple times. I recorded 2 videos yesterday. One was a twilight walk, and then since I had some time to kill before I went to dinner, the other was a night walk. So there is a night walk coming up, and there's a snow walk coming up. So there's a... Now that it's getting darker so early at like 4:30, 5, there's probably going to be a lot more night walks coming up. But we're just going to schmooze Toronto, do you remember Honest Eds? Oh, someone made an animated GIF out of it. Yes, Toronto remembers the thing that was there less than 5 years ago. Cute. We've got a smartass. Toronto Pearson, still not testing all international travelers, waiting for start date from the government. Apparently, travel now is an even bigger pain in the ass than it was, because you've got everybody has to get tested on their way in. At least it says super far, way too far for High Park. It seems, yeah, I think they just didn't use any zoom. So I'm not really going to talk about this, but this annoys me and pisses me off to no end, that things are actually getting worse. It's going to get extra dark by the winter solstice. Yes, it will. Silver CS says, yay to another night walk. Naughty Brown says, I was at dinner with 2 friends. The view from the merchandise lofts in 2007, just before Massey Tower, completed blocked. Yeah, so Massey Tower, right here. This would be where Massey Hall is. So this view is from the northeast. I don't know how well you can see that. Maybe I can crank it bigger. Also, this looks like they use some kind of paint filter or some kind of... They just went into their editing software and threw on a filter, but that's a neat picture. My friend who lives at a... This is Dundas, I think, right? But my friend who lives at Carlton has a very similar view to this from his condo. Harjet says, are we decorating the Christmas tree today? You want me to decorate that? What is there to decorate? Looks pretty decorated. Emma says the new testing rules are so stupid. Also, travelers from the USA are exempt for some reason. I'm so done with this. I don't want to talk about it. But I think everything is stupid at this point. We all know the risks. Let's just move on with life. What else do we got? Drug overdose deaths, non-fatal OD calls to paramedics spike across Toronto in recent weeks. That's not good. I don't know what the correlation is. I don't even want to speculate because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But very sad news indeed. Special weather statement issued for GTA ahead of snow, freezing rain on Sunday. I believe the freezing rain is happening right now, actually. Wake up, Toronto. The CFL Eastern Final is today. Last I checked, the Argos were losing. Did the Argos win today? No, they didn't. 27-19. They were up 9-0 at some point. I was actually watching the game. And then they ended up losing 27-19. That sucks. The city is not perfect, but it's home. Cindy says, hi, Johnny Stumbles tonight. Guys, need some rest here. Have a great evening or morning from me, Falcom. Thank you so much, Falcom. Have yourself a good night. And get home safe. This is a fascinating picture because to me, it kind of exemplifies exactly what's wrong with like our zoning laws. Notice massive, massive high-rise corridor, one that could rival pretty much any western city on planet Earth outside of New York. But low-rise housing, single-family, detached, low-rise housing. Like, where is the medium density stuff, right? And this is a problem with a lot of North American cities. It's not just a Toronto thing, but we have a housing crisis, yet we have tremendous amounts of land and capacity to build more houses. And we really should have a lot more transit and a lot more schools and all that other stuff to go with it. But for some reason, all the development just ends up along these corridors because these areas aren't zoned for more dense development. And it is leading to the housing crisis that we have, or it's a massive contributing factor to it. Blackbox 863 for some more decorations for the tree. Thank you, Blackbox 863. I don't know if the notifications are working for Stumbles right now. Hopefully they come on. This will be a good test, but thank you very much for the $20. We had the text-to-speech rocking on the Johnny Strides channel. I can't help but notice how ridiculous it looks to see all those skyscrapers surrounded. I didn't even read this, but that was my exact thought when I first saw this like a few seconds ago. The missing middle.
For some more decorations for the tree.
Oh, there we go, Blackbox 863. And we're, sounds like a British dude reading the alerts for this channel. We had the Australian dude on the other one, and we've got the British dude on this one. Awesome. Emma says, NIMBYs, honestly, there shouldn't be single-family homes right next to metro stations. Look at Glencairn Station. Heck, even Eglinton Station, within 5 minutes, there's single-family homes. You can really see the housing crisis in this photo. So obviously, everybody on this thread is seeing what I instantly saw was like, where are the mid-rises? Where's just the 4-story walk-ups? You know, not everybody needs to live in a shoebox or a house. There's, you know, a whole lot in between we're missing. And that's something Montreal does really, really well, that we completely fail to do. And there's a lot of car dependency going on as well, which is also not good from a sustainability point of view. As Rehearsal Factory closes buildings, Toronto faces a practice space crisis. This is not something I was aware of at all. Two of the city's busiest music rehearsal buildings are set to close, and a third's future is in the hands of a megachurch. Toronto is rapidly losing music rehearsal spaces as they're forced to vacate spaces they're renting. The city's musicians are getting increasingly anxious about where to make noise. I think so the Rehearsal Factory at Richmond swirled of a location in Geary has been purchased by the controversial megachurch C3 Toronto. Since that time, renters at the Mississauga. This is a big problem with the arts are kind of under attack. We've lost some theaters. We've lost a lot of theater spaces. This was happening before the pandemic, but the pandemic, like the one on Lower or Ossington, got shut down recently. There was one, I think, on Dover Court. That was a dance hall. So all kinds of places are just disappearing. And the way the arts have worked is it's never been a problem. They've always just kind of gone further and further to the west or to the east. But even now they're being priced out and all those spaces are being gobbled up by developers. So we're not seeing that happen as much. I was kind of encouraging. I went through a walk through Parkdale, and there's still an artist studio space and a number of galleries and that sort of thing. Vivian Johnson. Holy shit! I thought it said $13.99. I'm gonna...
This is your Christmas present. Buy yourself a secret present, wrap it and put under your tree. Merry Christmas with thanks for many enjoyable hours.
Wow. Vivian Johnson. I hope you guys all heard that. Just in case that didn't carry through, this is your Christmas present. Buy yourself a secret present wrap and put it under your tree. Merry Christmas with thanks for many enjoyable hours. You know what, Vivian? You have been nothing but a super friendly, positive influence in the chat, in the community, and I'm sure everybody loves you as much as I do here, so thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us. And I don't know what to say. Thank you. That is incredible. And I hope you have an awesome, awesome Christmas. And I really wish I had some merch I could send some of you guys so I could send the mods to thank them and a lot of the people that have been longtime supporters. But Vivian, thank you. That is very, very kind of you. And I will definitely get myself a Christmas present. You know, I can't... That's a double-edged sword because I'm excited, but I can't not buy new toys, right? I can't not buy tech toys. Everything, I'm surrounded by... My apartment looks like a freaking TV studio right now, right? It's ridiculous. And Lisa said she can't really see the difference. You know what? Let's test that. I'm going to turn off all the studio lighting here. It's not really studio lighting, but you get the idea. And I'm going to turn on the main light. There's the difference. I don't know. This should look pretty nasty. This is what you're used to looking at when I do these live streams. So thanks to very generous donations, such as that one from Vivian, this crappy incandescent, really bad home lighting has become something a little better. We'll go back. Now, I did cheap out a bit. I didn't buy key lights that I could control from software. I bought ones that I have to like manually turn on and off. But is this better? Let's do a poll. Lisa says she's... Omar says, Mr. Stridesland, always nice to have such generous people. Tara says you are orange. Yeah, how did we ever deal with that crappy home lighting before? And I'm actually thinking of upgrading these lights already. There's a much cooler one that you can control through software. And it'll give me just more control for some reason. Why do I need... Silver CS is any way you could show... Well, they're just key lights. I have an old ring light. I've already ordered a replacement. But there's one key light. There's the standard ring light. And there's the other one. When I do the green screen, I actually set them up differently. And there's the big TV over there. I can do one cool thing. I can put that green t-shirt on this chair. And then it makes the chair disappear. But... now it's just a matter of putting the camera back in the right spot. Hopefully it's back. Silver CS says, my Zoom calls suck. Paranormal Witness Girl says, get a disco ball. Maybe. Maybe that's an idea, but we've got the... So Vivian Johnson, thank you. This is the type of thing that I typically do whenever I have gifts. A Medic's Mind! Holy shit! Let's let this thing read this out. Let's let it read out. Here. Watch, it's not going to do it. Can I poke it? Hello? Hello, Streamlabs. You have a notification.
Vivian and I had the same idea. This is a little Christmas spirit from me and my family to you and yours. Merry Christmas, brother. Thanks for all you do.
A Medic's Mind, thank you so much. That is I'm sure you've been an inspiration to so many people. Your book is phenomenal. We're all waiting for your next one with bated breath. That might have been a bit dramatic. I don't think we're waiting with bated breath. Some people are. I know my mom read it and she really enjoyed it. She also purchased it. And I've been telling people to read it. I found it to be one of those... It was a lot, to me, it was a lot like the movie Joker. Like, it was so good, but it also kind of made you feel uncomfortable along the way. But that's just because it was brutally honest. So thank you for your amazing gift. And sorry to compare your movie, your book to that movie, but I think it's a pretty good comparison. Thank you. So in case you missed it, he says, Vivian and I had the same idea. This is a little Christmas spirit from me and my family to you and yours. Merry Christmas, brother. Thanks for all you do. And we're going to have to make that podcast happen soon. I know I've been carried away. I've had a few other YouTubers that I've been meaning to collab with that I've talked about doing that, and I haven't just got around to it. I've just always have stuff on the go, but we'll make that happen. And Merry Christmas to you as well. And I will be happy to share your book with the world once I get my hands on it. So thank you, A Medic's Mind. Bevy says she loved Matthew's book. She read it 3 times. Wow. Thank you, guys. That is unbelievable. And these, you know, they're good in the heart, too, because if they were looking for a pat on the back, you would do it on the Strides channel, where there's like 600 people watching at once, and maybe 10, 20,000 people are going to watch it. So to do it on this channel, where you're not going to get that exposure, I think is pretty cool of you guys. So thank you very much. I'm speechless. Thank you. Omer says, Johnny, try using LED lights that stick in your room. Why do I need LED? I've got lights. My lights are good. Favorite Christmas song? It better not be Bublé. You know, teaching kids in school through the holidays, singing every song. I don't have a Christmas song. Every Christmas song drives me up the wall. I just do not like Christmas songs. Listening to my dad sing Silent Night as a kid was like nails on the chalkboard. Well, he did that on purpose to to get under my skin. Deal to end the Don Mills Community Center legal challenge falls apart. I don't know what's going on with that. Here's a building at night. Who can name this building? Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Who can name this building? Thank you, Lisa. You should do a collab with your mom. Yeah, I keep certain parts of my personal life out of it, out of the channels. If my mom wanted to, I'd be more than happy to have her on the channel. But if she doesn't want to, if any of my friends don't want to, I've asked some friends to do collabs and that sort of thing. We're looking to see who can name this building. It is very familiar. It appears near the end of like 20% of my live streams, it seems. At least I haven't been there lately, but what building is this? Come on. This is so easy. This is so easy. This is the Don River. The Don Valley Parkway is right here. No one's going to know? Stayed there for a week after brain surgery. How about Grandma got run over by a reindeer? Vivian. Yes, Lisa gets it. That is Bridgepoint. Rethinking the Ontario line. Why? Although we really need more transit, the Toronto region is suffering from decades of mistakes and poor value. You know what my thoughts on this are? No. Build it. We've dilly-dallied for so long on the Ontario line. Why do we call it the Ontario line? It's the relief line. Doug Ford is just looking to pat himself in the back. Build it. Just build it. Put your shovels in the ground. Build the stations. Build the line. Yes, we're losing some trees. Plant new trees. Don't kill any wildlife that you don't have to. But build it. Rethinking it is just going to set this thing back. It's just one of those things we have to do. Like, we can't sit on our hands any longer. So no, I disagree with the whole tone of this already. Up to 7 years of construction disruption is forecast in the old core of Toronto from the Ford government's Ontario Line project. Let's not call it the Ford government's. Like, this is something we all need. They're just at the point where they have to fund it now. Although we really need more transit, the Toronto region is suffering from decades of mistake and poor value for the billions. Of course, a major issue with the Ontario line is whether to bury it in total or allow portions to run above ground. Some cures are worse than the disease. At least we're about to finish Eglinton 65 years on. Transit boosters who cheer on any transit despite how conflicted we may be about burying some transit projects and not others suggest we get on with the Ontario line. This is exactly what I say. Yes, the noise in Leslieville over the Ontario line is crazy. Just walking around Riverdale and Leslieville and seeing the signs on the lawns, like, shut up, NIMBYs, build it. This is for the greater good. Like, this is already 10 years too late. Build it. That's my thought on the Ontario line. The original relief line plan for the downtown was cheaper and years ahead in planning where Ford came along. Can we achieve a relief? I don't know. We're not going to go through this, but I'm one of those. It's time. We've got plans. Let's just do them. I'm sure maybe RM Transit is watching right now and cringing, going, ew. Well, I can take the weather off the screen. That's like the NYC with the 2nd Avenue subway. They've talked about doing it since the 1930s. Your dad worked down there in the 60s to move some communication wires, and now one leg is finally done. You know, we're risking it. It's already going to become another Eglinton LRT that just goes on forever, and it's going to be the butt of so many jokes. And Union Station, like, it's already going to be one of those projects. Why delay it anymore? Just get it over with. Let's just be grateful the Ford government, like, ponied up the funds or allocated it and pushed it through. Like, that's more we could say of the previous government. It's not often I agree with this idiot government, but, like, they actually did the right thing. Yeah, they're calling it the Ontario line, but just build it. It's a win for Toronto. We need to take it. The Cherry Street South Bridge is here now. Bevy, did you have a hand in this? Now the hard work starts. What's it take to install an 830-ton bridge? If you said giant remote remote control roller skates. You were right. So apparently these come in from the East Coast. What pre-smartphones did you have? I had a Motorola StarTAC. I had a Nokia 3390. I had a Nokia 3360. I had a BlackBerry, but that's not really pre-smartphone, but it is pre-app smartphone. I had some crazy LG keyboard phone, but my first phone was a Nokia 3360. Bevy saw all 3 bridges while you were here. Apparently these came from Halifax or near Halifax. No parent should have to bury their child. Of course not. How a Canadian funeral home owner is trying to stop suicides among international students. So I'm sure that's a good cause. It's just a little deep for me to be getting into. The original Santa Claus Parade 2021. The parade was on the 4th this year, but it was advertised several places as being on the 5th. So if anyone missed it, like our family did, here's the place to watch it. I remember one year, the parade was on November 6th. They had the Santa Claus Parade on November the 6th one year. Like, that's ridiculous. But there's a link here if you want to see the parade. Papayas on Spadina. Well, someone's showing off their photo chops. How's me fantasy team doing? Oh, I am now projected to win 70%. Sweet. Yes, Action Kid. Remember that area I showed today with the Walking Alice video? That is where Action Kid is right now, live.
Partnership with SimilarWeb has really changed our processes and really.
I'm assuming we're not going to chase anyone away, but oh, this guy is the NYC Walking Show. So he's another New York-based YouTuber, but what are they doing? Oh, he literally just started his stream. Yikes, nobody wants to watch this guy stream. Let me close that. Let me close that. Margate says, Vivian Johnson, I'm with you on that. We need more Roger Miller singing Dang Me. But if you go to the Best of Johnny... Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. Lisa says, you mean their ability to get super close to strangers with a camera. The Organ Grinder, circa 1993. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to play that. Ontario College's reliance on international student tuition, a risky formula. Yeah, there's a lot of pandering and reliance on international students. Was it the University of Toronto who had like a Tibetan... She was from Tibet, I think, and she was a head of one of the student unions. And she got, because of her political views that, you know, Tibet should be a country, she basically got pressured out of that position, and she was harassed and tormented by other international students, and the university did absolutely nothing about it because those other students represent a place where a lot of money comes from. So yeah, I think our student system is completely corrupt, and really we should, I don't know, the focus should be on just, I don't know. But anyways, I'm sure there's a whole thing there. PSA, walk-in COVID vaccination clinic. No lines at Rexdale Hub. 21 Panorama Court, open today until 3:30. Will you do a walking tour on Hiscock Boulevard? Hiscock, I'll tell you right away. Scarborough, what's there? You're going to have to tell me what's there. This looks like... Is this like spectacular for Christmas decorations, MR? Why are we going to car-dependent suburbia and walking around this. I need an explanation, because if I post something like this, people aren't going to watch it for more than 2 minutes before they tune out. I don't mean to offend anyone, but I just know what the analytics say about this kind of neighborhood. If this was full of amazing Christmas decorations, I'd consider it. Also, how would I get there? Let's see here. Eglinton Station to Hiscock Boulevard. 56 minutes. I could just take a bus. That's not terrible. I mean, that is 56 minutes on a bus. Oh, it's going to go along Lawrence Avenue through Wexford. Near Golfdale Gardens. I know someone who just did a video through there. Nouvelle Cost clicked for me to swallow the golf ball. Let me end that stupid poll. I think if you said no, the lighting is not better, then your vision might be suspect, or your taste. James says, good evening, Mr. Johnny Strides. Good evening. You know the secret. There is no difference between stumbles and strides. Stolen trust, lost cases, how a Toronto cop stole from his force, fed an addiction, and wasn't charged. I think there's been a lot of police accountability stuff in the news, which is kind of unfair, because I think the majority of police are good people just trying to make an honest living. But then you have, like, I think it's just even worse when it's a cop being a piece of shit just because of the position that they are in to do that. Judge tosses Peel Cop's gun case over racial profiling. It's ironically the next story. Missing girl, Don Mills Road. That is sad. They published her picture. Well, if anyone has seen her, please look up this post. Facing west from Yonge and Eglinton. We had the most intense sunset yesterday. Let me pull that over there. Let me see if I can find that. I couldn't get close to it. But you could see it.
Although not too many streetcars are rolling. Water mains.
Look at that. That is from an upcoming video I have. But look at this area right here. I don't know how well you can even see that. But it is insane. Like, that view must have been incredible. Emma says, what about a cliff crest walk? You're going to get me back into Google here. Did we ever get a reason why I'm going to Hiscock Boulevard again? Cliff crest. You know what? There might be something coming up very soon on this area. I have a realtor who's actually looking at giving me access to a property right in this area that I think would be kind of neat to check out. And so yeah, this area, stay tuned. It might be happening. I've had a lot of realtors reach out like, hey, I think they're just trying to sell homes. But this one is like a mega house that is under construction, and it's got a really impressive lot. And I think it might be cool to like tour that property and then explore this area while I'm there. And it's literally right around the street from here. Anyone else seen people? Oh, Randy, see, I can't read that out loud. So what you gonna order tonight? Tonight I had McD's for lunch, and so tonight I just had a smoothie for dinner. As much as you love living in a house, you miss good sunsets. That the Roncy intersection? It is. You went to school on the other side of the lake, and the sunsets were insane from the New York side of Lake Ontario. Yeah, so I'm guessing that This is that same sunset, just all the way from Yonge and Eglinton. Estelle says, check that comment above. Estelle, you're a mod. It's inappropriate. You know what to do. Sorry, I can't. Maybe I missed it. Are we done with Reddit? Missing kitty in Parkdale. Sign on Spencer Avenue. Maiko is still missing. That is terrible. Police looking for vehicle involved in a crash that left 3 people injured. Mail delivery. So Canada Post suspended delivery to this building in Thorncliffe Park because not enough people were wearing masks in the building. That just seems like super, super punitive to the residents. Don't Canada Post have like, they just go in there and they go into like this little room and fill it up and then they leave? I don't know. That, and there's people with accessibility issues. Imagine all the people that can't, like if you live alone and you're not the most able-bodied person and now you can't even get your mail, that, I think Canada Post is being a little extreme on that, personally. We all deal with maskless people every time we go on the subway, every time we step into a shopping mall. Welcome to reality. So, yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't, just for the accessibility reasons, I think it's too much of an inconvenience, regardless as to what the postal employees say. Maybe Richard Bishop could weigh in on that if Richard is here. He is a mail carrier. Maybe just make that route voluntary. Hey, this carrier doesn't want to work this route anymore. That seems like a fair approach. And let someone who doesn't care work that route. I don't know. Jamaican patties, not P-mail bacon sandwiches, should be Toronto's signature food. I can get behind that.
Share link missing girl. I will post it on LinkedIn.
Clayton Crawford. Thank you very much. The link to that missing girl is on our Reddit Toronto, just right on the front page. But thank you, Clayton Crawford, for the $2. Randy C., am I the only person that still drinks eggnog? Yes, you are. Second City has a new home. They have a new temporary home. They're now on East Danforth. I think all the way by Dawes Road. So I think I think that's where they are. It was an improv. They're supposed to be moving into 1 York, but I don't think that space is ready yet. And that space was originally supposed to be a Target. They were on Mercer Street originally, next to Wayne Gretzky's, in like an absolutely amazing location. So it's kind of weird to see them so far out east. New temporary home, Comedy Bar's sister building on Danforth, yeah. But they need to bring back SCTV, I think. Johnny, we would watch you rather than the news. This is so informing for all. I'm going through Reddit. This is kind of like a way to cut through and see what's trending. Usually BlogTO actually scoops most of their stories off of Reddit. So if you're familiar with BlogTO, I think we're done with Reddit. There's that story. They get a lot of their stories off of Reddit, actually. Even the stories that they did on me, they've done a few stories on me. I think they scooped those off of Reddit. Toronto store that's been in business for 50 years is permanently closing. A stained glass and lamp store that's been around for 50 years is closing its doors. Oh, they're in Roncesvalles. Ooh, that's pretty. Hopefully they're closing to retire and ride off into the sunset. But yeah, this hidden room has more than 30K photos documenting early Toronto history. That looks like the harbor. That's where Harbor 60 is. This used to be the most southern building in the city before they infilled all the land to the south of it. This $5 million cabin comes with views of the Toronto skyline. Look at that. On top of a hill in Caledon is a 38-acre plot of land with a log cabin with possibly... What kind of crazy zoom do you have to see Toronto that well from Caledon? If you... I live at Eglinton. Where is Caledon? Yeah, it's like north of Brampton. If I were to walk there... Oh, that barking dog is back. 50 kilometers away, basically. 10 hours. Could I even take the transit there? Apparently, I could. It would take me 4 hours by transit to get to Caledon. That's how bad our transit system is once you leave Toronto proper. Wow. And even then, I have to walk the end part. Anyways, that's still a crazy, crazy view. I don't know if I can zoom that. But obviously this lens is like super zoom here, right? With sweeping, unobstructed views of the Toronto-Mississauga. Mississauga's got an impressive skyline. Listed for $5 million. The price is all tied to the land and the location. The home, not so much. There's Mississauga right there. A lot of people coming in through Pearson often think Mississauga is Toronto when they see the skyline. That is a gorgeous looking place, though. I'll give it that. And on that note, I'm gonna go to the loo, but I'll just play part of a video. Just so you guys, if you want to stick around. Hey, Jeopardy is on TV, it looks like. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Celebrity Wheel of Fortune has appeared on my TV. But I'm going to be back. But let's just play something while I'm gone.
Hey folks, it is Saturday, November 27th. The time right now is 5:33 p.m. And the temperature's around 1 degree Celsius. I'm here at the intersection of Bloor Street and Yonge Street. And if you've been keeping up with the channel, this area would look quite familiar. As that's a look west through an area known as the Mink Mile here in the Yorkville neighborhood. And this is actually not the video I had intended on making tonight. I was just down at City Hall to record the Cavalcade of Lights, which was to start at 5 p.m. tonight. And as I have plans at 6, I thought that was pretty good timing. The problem being, none of the lights were on at 5. I guess there's some kind of ceremony. So it'll probably be a long, drawn-out experience. And tonight I didn't really have time for that, so I thought I would cut that video short. And you'll be able to find that on my second channel, which is Johnny Stumbles. And I'll go back in the near future and record the Cavalcade of Lights properly once everything's lit up. I just don't have the luxury of time to do that tonight. So I hopped on the subway as, I don't know if my camera's focusing on that, but tonight is the Bloor Yorkville Holiday Magic.
Oh no! My
lighting
Christmas
ceremony.
lights fell off.
So hopefully things are a bit better up in this neighborhood.
Oh no, the tape I used to hold them up. This might be the last we see of the Christmas lights. Thanks for holding, guys.
Hopefully they've got all their lights turned on.
Sorry, I am off center now. Get back into the center.
There's a look at Holt Renfrew, a large luxury department store.
Yoink. Alright, since we're on YouTube, does anyone have any good YouTube channels to check out? Anything cool going on in the world of YouTube that I wouldn't be aware of? City exploring, Toronto-based, anything on those lines? Does anyone out there have a YouTube channel they want me to pull up and take a look at? Let's see. Lisa says LOL. Mark says hi, Marg. Susan is here. She missed y'all. Y'all. Oh, we're from the deep south all of a sudden. I guess your message was timed out by Nightbot for 5 seconds. Nightbot has some problems. Tara says tape them up. How's that? How's that for Christmas? I'm kind of choking here. Calix says bald and bankrupt #1. Bevy says, all right, Stridesters, I got a jet. You have a copyright issue on your... Bevy YHZ has a copyright issue on her video. Oh, come decorate with me. December 4th, 2021. Bevy, are you here? Are you not here? We're looking at your channel. I was just about to look at some YouTube channels and I saw you said you're going off to edit a Patreon video. Generally, copyright issues aren't that hard to deal with. You just have to go back and fix the audio in that part. But come decorate with me. You might want to check, if you're here, you might want to re-upload this thumbnail. It looks a little fuzzy, like maybe YouTube just didn't render it properly in full resolution, but I don't think Bevy is here right now. So guys, check out this video if you want on her channel. She is a mod here. Someone said bald and bankrupt. Yeah, let's check out a channel with 3.28 million people. This is gonna, or subs, this is gonna choke me. Can I wear it like a, how's that? Is this awkward looking? Probably. Yeah, this is a cool channel, and sometimes Simon Wilson, he collabs with this guy who has a really awesome channel. Look up Saul Shea. Who is Saul Shea? I think you spelt the name wrong, or I spelt the name wrong. Yeah, someone spelt the name wrong. Tara says much better. A channel called The Brunfords has a nice video of Edinburgh Castle light show. Now that's festive. The Brunfords. Oh.
Hello everyone. Today on Scottish Memories, we are
Scottish Memories. Oh, my mom would dig how this guy talks. First look at the Edinburgh Castle of Lights. Johnny reacts to looking at the Edinburgh Castle of Lights. Yeah, Manny Explores is cool.
Today, we are going to the Castle of Lights.
Let's bump that quality up. Oh, that's, I don't want to show their videos on my channel just because it'll take away. Anthony, Manny Explores has actually been in our chats quite a few times. Really cool guy. Vivian says Brendan Kavanagh is on YouTube. I caught him today. He plays piano in malls and other places, and passerbys come by. You found it interesting. 1.6 million views. Okay, I'm gonna get busted for copyright. Beige Frequency. He makes videos about how much of a turd Brendan Schaub is. Oh, Brendan Schaub is a brain dead MMA fighter, or was.
Kimbo Slice is one of the...
Who is not a very good stand-up comedian or podcaster or anything, really. Basically, he rode the coattails of Joe Rogan to further fame. Ariel Hawani versus Brendan Schaub. I remember that. Yeah, I gotta check this channel out. I didn't know this channel existed, but that seems like something that would be right up my alley. Lisa lost her license at the art gallery. They found it, so she went today and checked out the new Robert Hoole and went back to see the Matthew Wong exhibit. Scott on Tape is from Toronto and is a cool channel. I've never heard of that, Estelle. Scott on Tape. Oh, he's got 90k subs. Michael Jackson's real grave, location, and secrets. Driving a Jeepers Creepers movie truck. Famous graves. He seems to be into famous graves. True crime. Alright, that looks like a pretty neat channel to dig into. Oh. Estelle says Simon Wilson is funny too. Yeah, he is pretty funny. Lisa Palmer has been busy with online courses lately. Do some Amazon shopping and we'll give some suggestions. Johnny, your pronouncing of Edinburgh is atrocious. How to pronounce Edinburgh?
The capital of Scotland is a beautiful and vibrant city, famous for its castle and numerous festivals. But how do we actually pronounce its name?
Yes, how do we pronounce its name?
Many non-native English speakers say Edinburgh, which is not exactly how it should be pronounced.
Edinburgh?
In fact, there are at least a few different ways to pronounce it. Most people in the UK pronounce it either Edinburgh or Edinburgh. Interestingly, many locals tend to abbreviate it to simply Embra.
Embra.
For more pronunciation videos, subscribe to our channel.
Embra.
Visit our blog at Europe.
All right, there we go. I'm going to say it like a local. It's Embra. Embra. No, it's Embra. We have the official Edinburgh, says Rempification. They say Embra. You can't go wrong with the pronunciation advice of the first result that Google showed up. Johnny, the Art Gallery of Ontario is free on Wednesday and filming allowed. Fat Tony. That is an excellent idea for a... I've got my socials web. Oh, that is wrong. That is meant for the Strides channel popping up. Emma's having an iron brew. No, we don't call it Embra, says Pentlands. According to this video, you do. How to pronounce it? I think there are two fairly similar ways. Edinburgh. Bra is like the first part of brush without the SH sound. Edinburgh. Okay, so this is like a Toronto kind of thing, right? Like usually people from Toronto don't say the second T. Paranormal Witness Girl says, try my channel. You know, you've been in the chat quite a bit. Let's see what paranormal... You know I'm a bit of a skeptic, right? I don't really... Paranormal... Oh, I've got to be on YouTube. Was I on YouTube? What's the title of one of your videos? I can't just click your name, unfortunately. Let's see if Yummy Boy comes up. If you give me the title of one of your videos, I'll be able to search it. Oh, Yummy Boy is a combination pizza, toast, Korean street food. This is a Korean Eats channel. I need to do a channel on this channel, or a video on this channel of my top YouTube channels. Hio says 0090. Kelly says we are all skeptics. I am super skeptical. If it has not had a scientific journal article published on it, I'm not going to believe it. Brooke is a great channel. Pete says, good night, Johnny. Thank you for the wonderful stream. I enjoyed it, bro. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon. All right, Pete, have a good night. Have a very good night. Wouldn't call Scarborough. What is this channel? Baked sweet potatoes, planting and Christmas. Making a water jug from an old Japanese tea can. Changing the port. Oh, so it seems kind of like a being handy with your hands in a cabin in the woods kind of thing. That's neat. What are HDMI 1? What are some of the channels that I follow? Sorry, Chris Collinsworth. I'm going to have to turn you off for a second. Action Kid, of course. Where's the channel? This is an awesome channel, and it's out of Toronto. I think a lot of you guys probably already know it. But this channel is amazing. I watched this Abandoned Echelon Las Vegas. That is an awesome story. Strides is my first. First We Feast is second. Architectural Digest. We Feast. That one's got 10 million. Oh, I saw this. The Simon Liu Hot ones. Architectural Digest. Oh.
This is really important.
This looks very designy. What else do we have here? Of course, all the city channels I'm into. This is my favorite genre of channels. City Beautiful.
This video is brought to you.
Is awesome. As is Not Just Bikes. And then there's... This is a Canadian channel. That is really good. They're based in Ottawa. Oh, the Urbanity. And then, of course, RM Transit. Reese, he was on my channel recently, is a really awesome one.
Welcome back to the
That is transit-based. And there's the Nerd. City Nerd is really good. Nerd City. There he is, City Nerd. Jeanette loves First We Feast. And I just closed the YouTubes. Oh, I got a poll for you guys, actually. Let's find out. Where... I'm very curious to see where you guys primarily watch YouTube. SR Gotts watches RM Transit. I primarily watch it on a smart TV. If it's something I really want to watch, I wait until I'm in front of my TV and I just hit the little icon on the top and I beam it over. Do you watch it on a computer, like a laptop or a desktop, or a tablet, like an Galaxy Note tab, whatever, or an iPad, or a phone? I'm guessing a lot of you, since you're chatting, are probably going to want a real keyboard in front of you. So I'm thinking computer will win this. Just because there's nothing more annoying than chatting on one of these things, right? Like, I don't like doing it. All right, this is the name of my video. Downtown Fort Lauderdale view. Okay. Paranormal witness girl. This should find it. Search. There we go. Downtown Fort Lauderdale view from 6th Street. It looks like you're using a GoPro or an ultra wide, right? It looks like the field of vision is pretty wide. This is downtown Fort Lauderdale view from 6th Street. I was expecting your channel to be all like you know, kind of paranormal related activity, or at least Blair Witch like. But that's cool. Going to the Loop, Chicago, Illinois. Chicago Riverwalk. There we go. And I suppose this is you here. I should probably put my picture for the logo or something like that. But neat channel. I will. I'm not logged in here. I don't use logged in stuff when I stream, but I'll give you a sub and a view. Fans Buses Gaming needs a new camera. Do you have a modern smartphone? You know, I've been looking into live streaming cameras, and all paths lead me to a DSLR or a mirrorless, and almost everything says don't use a webcam, even the expensive webcams. But using a smartphone is kind of a happy medium. Like, it's, if I'm going full screen, like, you will notice an SLR or mirrorless over a smartphone, but just in the little corner, smartphone is good. So if you need a new camera, try your phone. A lot of people set up an HD TV and watch movies on their desktop, laptop. Yeah, Richard, my old boss used to do that. I don't know. I can't watch stuff on a small screen, especially if it's a TV show or a movie. It's got to be the big screen. Oh, I still got this thing around me. Black box TV set up with the laptop. You know, sometimes when I do my premieres in the morning, I put the premiere on the big TV, but then I just use the keyboard. Get the A7. One of the problems with a lot of cameras is it has to have clean HDMI output. What that means is when you HDMI out, I have a Elgato 4K cam link, which converts it to a USB signal for my computer to see it as a webcam. But if your if your camera, even a lot of really expensive cameras, can't do a clean HDMI out. So it'll have like the heads up, like all the buttons and stuff on the screen, which is really annoying. All I did was type AMA. So you're telling me to get a $2,800 camera. Lisa says, anyone want to buy a Sony mirrorless full frame? I think Justin Ha might want to. Even I am going to balk at this price. And I'm not normally one to balk at stuff when it comes to making better stuff for YouTube. But this is a bit much. I think the webcams are working. That's my camera, the A7, the one you're getting rid of. Hey, look, we can point this up. There's the microphone floating. Ooh. That's another thing I like about using the smartphone. I can use a gimbal instead. Brad Palmer still here. I was just thinking, is Brad still here? And I read your message, lucky you, at Jeanette Morales. What did Jeanette say? Oh, she's taking 2 weeks off during the holidays. That is awesome. Fans Buses Gaming says my stream quality was so bad. Maybe we can address that. Live, boring, and average Saturday hangout. Can I take a look at your stream, Fans Buses Gaming? He said his stream quality was so bad. Okay. I'll tell you right now, this light here is destroying any chance you have of having really good... Yeah, direct light sources are terrible. So what you want to do is turn this light off. If you're going to use a light like that, make sure it's pointed at a wall so it kind of diffuses its light. But it's just so harsh on the camera being directly in front of you that it's just not good lighting. So get rid of this light. It's better to have the light in front of you just a simple key light will work. Okay, like this is the one that I'm probably going to be getting. I'm going to get 3 of these. But something, just one of these in front of you will make all the difference in the world. Or you can go to Home Depot and you can make one of these for like $20. You can literally use like wax paper or something on top. You really just want to soften the light and spread it out. Another trick is to take the light and point it at the wall, and then that'll kind of spread it out. But yeah, what I have slightly cheaper versions of this right in front of me, and I've got 2 of them, and I want to buy a third. But yeah, that's the first thing I notice. Your lighting. And you can see here on your face, right? You're all lit up here, and this side you're really dark, so your lighting's really uneven. Oh, this is awesome. Dude, for doing this, your quality is fine.
Do you like it?
You might be a good candidate for, you know what? Right now, if you're really into streaming from home, this thing here, the Razer Kiyo Pro, is an excellent webcam. And it's really cheap right now. If this is something you're serious about, you might want to ask Santa for this. Oh no, it was just $130. It's already no longer on sale. Maybe that was like a Cyber Monday thing. But I was looking at this a few days ago. Like, this is a really, really good webcam, but it's kind of on the pricey side for what it is. But most webcams are trash. So yeah, but no, I don't think your stream was that bad. But Lisa is right, little ring light monitor is probably going to do it. Yeah, the key light might be a bit extra, but if you get something like this and you just clip it onto your monitor, it'll give you a nice even lighting on your face. And then that's really all you're going to need. And then your stream will look pretty good. You're getting a Stream Deck and PC. Holy shit, if you're getting a Stream Deck and a new PC for Christmas, definitely invest in the camera, because that's pretty serious. Justin says Logitech Brio. Yeah, the Logitech Brio is you don't need a 4K webcam, but if you're going to be filming stuff for your regular videos with it, but it's like in the same price range as the Razer Kiyo Pro. I was suggesting the Kiyo Pro because it was so cheap. But the best thing you could do if you have a modern smartphone is use a modern smartphone. Do not use the webcam built into your laptop. It is awful. Do not use it. You have a ring light. Okay, then just turn off all the lights behind you. Only have lights in front of you and use the ring light. I don't know shit about lighting, but Lisa says yes, because you don't need 3 giant lights. That's a lot. Well, Lisa, if you have a green screen, you do, because you have to light the green screen evenly. That's why I need all these giant lights. Fans Buses Gaming, that's another thing. If you don't like your backdrop, you can always look into a green screen. But then you need the giant lights, right? But no, I thought your stream was not that bad. But if you're getting a new computer and a Stream Deck, that's exciting. And the Stream Deck means you're serious about streaming. I don't even use the Stream Deck. And that kind of turns the thing into a big production. Susan says, will Johnny do that with Christmas lights? I don't know. Here, let me get something up here. Please tell me Clyde Edwards-Hilaire is playing. Yes. And Kelsey is playing. Yes. Go, you bums. Justin Ha uses his GoPro. You know, I tried using my GoPro Hero 9. I just didn't like it that much. Is there any edibles making an appearance tonight? You know, I'm going to sit down and watch some football after this. Then I got to finish editing my video. So I think edibles will make an appearance tonight, just not on stream. Don't listen to him about turning off the light. You need an ambient light. Or it's just like a spotlight, says Lisa. Well, I said move the light in front of you or point it against the wall, right? You don't have like a bright light source directly in the shot with a camera. That is, but if you could point it against a wall, if you could put wax paper over it to diffuse it, or if you could put it in front of you, then yeah, use the light. That's I've been watching hours and hours and hours of like lighting videos. And what do I end up doing? Like the most basic setup in the world, but there's a reason for that. Lisa has to get that cam probably, or that ring light. You're also getting a monitor and a mic. Sweet. I think microphone is the treatment. Because I sit right next to a wall. So what really I should be doing is putting some of these guys on the wall right next to me. Just this acoustic foam sound absorption. And that way it kills the echo coming back. Because you can hear a little bit of an echo. Boardwalk Brad is up by 10 in his fantasy matchup this week. You know, I am down by 6, but I have Travis Kelce and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and my opponent has Dawson Knox and Harrison Butker. Harrison Butker was my kicker, who I dropped, by the way. But Yahoo is projecting me to win. Brad Palmer says, how's the e-bike going? I'm going to hopefully bring it in to be fixed tomorrow. You guys are so high-tech. I just use my webcam, says Dave Grohl. Freezing rain tonight, guys. Yes, Susan. It was kind of rain and snow earlier. The what? The what? Lol, mic went off. My mic is still on. Right? You know, an iPhone is an excellent all-purpose camera. Right? If you already have a camera that will do almost everything you need to do in your phone or in your pocket. And that's one of the things keeping me from buying like an expensive camera just for live streaming, is that the smartphone is like 95% as good. You had Butker last year, this year, now you have Suckup. I dropped Butker, picked up Greg Zuerlein. Greg Zuerlein got hurt. Now I have Chris Boswell, and Boswell didn't have a great game. How's the scooter? I guess you can't ride it this time of year. You can ride it as long as the roads are dry, but they're just not dry right now. You just want out your front porch, everything is frozen. But you know what, guys? I think it might be time to say goodnight. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to drop myself down here. Oh, the green lights are about to disappear. Oh, I can't pull my green screen up because I've got these lights around my neck. But I just want to say huge thank you to everyone for supporting, for watching, to our mods for modding, to the people who are always here no matter what. It's just amazing. And of course, Vivian Johnson and A Medic's Mind for just ridiculously generous Christmas gifts. Thank you guys. I will probably invest it in tech toys and wrap them up and put them under the tree. Maybe we could do that in a future video. But you know I'm buying some toys, but they're going to be for everybody because ultimately I end up using those on the channel and we can all have fun like that. Is this a futuristic trauma background? Yeah, this is from a video game actually, but thank you, Jeanette. And everyone else, I'd love to name everyone by name, but there's over 150 of you, so thank you so much. Have an awesome week. It is the first day of the week, and I should be streaming tomorrow night on the Strides channel. If for some reason weather makes that not a thing, people are saying they like the background. The background will look better if I just kill the I did this while I'm saying goodbye. There we go. It's just me and the background and the microphone. I should have done this earlier. But thank you guys. I can expose that this particular smartphone gets bad when I make it big. Ooh, I've got some chroma key work to do. Oh, that's because I don't have my green screen lighting set up. This is studio mode lighting set up. That problem goes away when I set up the green screen properly. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. Thank you again, Vivian and Emetics Mind. And I believe there were some other super chats as well. So thank you, and Clayton Crawford as well for reposting that link. As always, I will catch you on the next one. All right, guys, stay warm. Yoink.